Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Shrutanshi. I'm currently a third year biomedical science student in Melbourne. It's been a journey. It's been full of ups and downs, of course, but I'm graduating in like 2 weeks. Trying not to think about it because it's going to be a huge change, but at the same time, I was looking back at my old pictures and stuff. It just made me realize how far I've come. I have been seeing your comments. I know a lot of you guys have questions regarding like biomedical science specifically. I thought it would be nice to just sit down and answer your questions because it's been a while. You might be wondering like, who is this random ass person on the internet like to give me advice? But here's the thing, like I came to Australia like 3 weeks late to my degree. I almost made it, okay? Like if I wouldn't have made it on that day, I would have had to defer for an entire trimester. So my visa was late. I came in late. I was so clueless. I didn't have a house. So I get how nerve-wracking it can be to pack your entire life into a suitcase at the age of 18. Here I am though, like in my third year. I am so grateful for all the opportunities that I've gotten. I've made so many friends. I've volunteered at uni. I've worked at uni. I've interned at different places. It's been a whole journey and I thought I could share that with you guys. Without any further ado, let's get into it. The first question I really get asked a lot is why I chose biomedical science in particular. It just sort of happened. Like I really want to be that person and say that, oh, like this is what I dreamt of doing since I was like 7 years old. But like it really wasn't that way. It was more just like I knew I liked biology. I knew I didn't want to do medicine. I knew that I was not gonna thrive in the Indian education system. I actually decided to do biotechnology, but I ended up doing biomedical science, which I don't really regret. I think it was a very like vast degree to start with. I feel like I got to try different things out because my units were pretty like varied, and that really helped me figure out what I want to do after my bachelor's. I would say Australia also just sort of happened. I was initially going to apply to the US as well. Just certain factors with like everything going on in the US, like I wasn't really inclined to apply. Australia just has a really great quality of life. That was definitely one of my reasons. So again, it wasn't really like a well thought out plan. Like I was so overwhelmed when I was applying for my bachelor. It did end up working out, but I completely understand why it might be overwhelming for you guys as well. I feel like the top question I get asked is, what documents do you need to like apply to unis? And I feel like I've mentioned this in my previous videos. I'm not sure. You do need your 12th grade percentage and you do need your 10th grade percentage as well. So these are the two like grades that matter. And then besides that, you have your statement of purpose, which is like this essay that you need to write to every uni that you apply, with like a little bit about why you chose Australia as a country in particular, why did you choose this course, what your future plans are, just like your personal motivation to apply to the university. I would say the process, like the documents that you need to submit, which are like college related, are pretty straightforward. The visa process is a bit lengthy and like there's a lot of documents involved. Obviously, if you want to get into like group of 8 universities, which are like the most prestigious universities in Australia, you need to at least get 80%, but then also you need to score higher if you want to apply for scholarship. Oh yeah, and besides that, you also need to do like an English language test. Some people also give like PTE or TOEFL. I have no idea about them because like I have only given IELTS. I had to re-give my IELTS recently. I'm doing my master's applications right now, so basically just going through this thing all over again. Something to keep in mind is some courses have like prerequisites. For example, when I was applying for like biotechnology or like biomedical engineering, there were like physics prerequisites. So like if you've not done physics in high school, that might be an issue and you might not be able to apply for the course. So it's very important to like go through the course details on the website before you think of applying. Like study the modules, see what kind of like units are there, what kind of majors are they offering. You might be applying for like the same course at different universities. It'll actually still be somehow different because the units are going to be pretty different. You don't need to give your GAMSAT. That is basically an entrance exam from medical school. It's not for your undergrad. Pursuing medicine abroad is very expensive. I really like my course because it still opens up pathways to so many different fields, so I'm not really restricted to medicine. I've also been asked about like whether using an agent is worth it. It can be really overwhelming to apply. I did use an agent and it was actually just very helpful to keep track of the documents I needed to submit, because I feel like the application process is pretty straightforward, but the visa process really daunting. I have heard experiences where they only recommend unis where they're getting commission, so that's why it's always good to again do your own research, decide on unis. Even if you have an agent, you still need to put in the work and do your own research to know what you're getting yourself into. I did get some questions about my future plans with my course and like what I'm planning to do after. I definitely haven't been spiraling about this. Through my like internship experiences and like networking opportunities, I've realized that like medicine is not for me. I'm definitely leaning more towards like industrial research or like biotechnology. I have covered part-time jobs in I think one of my previous videos. Most courses, okay, you're required to come to uni maybe like 3 days a week. For my course, especially in your first and second year, you need to be there at uni pretty much like every day, because we have practicals, we have seminars, we have offline quizzes, we have on-campus exams. So it's very important to understand that your first priority should always be studying and like getting good grades, especially if you want to get into medicine after this. Doing a part-time job on top of that obviously is so exhausting. My recommendation would always be try uni roles, because university job roles are much more flexible and they pay better, and in my experience it definitely has been very helpful because I've met so many other people through my jobs at uni. We start off with like volunteering roles and then move up to like the paid roles at uni, but you can always obviously apply outside at like restaurants and stuff as well. But it definitely is challenging getting a part-time job. But if you want flexibility and if you want to prioritize your course, look for jobs that are similar to what you're doing at uni. Let's talk PR, because that also is like a really important point that comes up in my videos usually. Even before you consider getting a PR, you need to get a TR, which is like temporary bridging visa. This is usually what students get after they graduate. This is your ticket to find a job here in Australia and like your pathway to get a PR eventually. And you need to like earn points to get a PR. The PR craze here is insane. Like some people compromise what they want to study to get a PR, which is what I don't get. The PR scope in biomedical science, like it is very challenging. It is pretty tricky from what I've heard, but I've also heard like mixed things about it. But obviously the job prospects here are really good, even though they're really competitive. There's a lot of scope in the biotech food industry, for example, and clinical research has recently become a huge thing. Like I've noticed, reach out to people on LinkedIn, be that obnoxious person, no one cares. Coming here at 18 is definitely a bold move. Like it is insane now that I think about it, but at the same time it forces you to grow up, like deal with things yourself. There's so much more crazy things to come. Oh my god, like the past few months have been insane for me. If you have any specific questions, please let me know in the comments. I hope this video was helpful. The vlogs are going to be back soon. Please like, subscribe if you're new for more study abroad related content. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.